Hello and welcome to Biomedical Qingdao, China. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Guangsheng Wang. I oversee the international department at Biomedical. We hope you can benefit from today's webinar from Qingdao and Biomedical to the world.
Hello and welcome to today's Biomedical web channel training webinar. I'm Peter Peterson, Director of International Business Operations and Marketing Departments here at Biomedical. Before we move on, I want to quickly point out the reason for the video you just watched. We are proud of our growth over the last few years, and to be more specific, we are now in more than 160 countries, currently have 500 plus intellectual property patents, 300 plus certified medical devices, and have reached over 1 billion people. Now that's some achievement by the greater team and our global partners. I am also coming to you today from our exhibition hall here in Qingdao, China. If you took a quick walk around the hall, you would have the opportunity to see most of Biomedical's products and solutions. Actually, let's give you a quick look before we move on. And if you are interested in seeing the exhibition hall, then go to our website at www.biomedical.com. Then click on the banner as we are showing you now, or scan the QR code on the screen. Then take a virtual tour from the world's leading manufacturer of IoT biomedical cold chain equipment, and you can see all our solutions, from U-Blood, U-Vaccine, U-Biobank, U-Reagent, and U-Lab, and please find time to take a look and tell us what you think. But of course, we hope in the very near future we can host you here at Biomedical HQ in Qingdao, China. For now, let's head to the team to kickstart the webinar, where we'll cover key points about our products and solutions that help you best position our products, and also take a look at our competitive advantages and some comparisons against our competitors. We'll also touch on how to better understand the needs of your customer. You will see some case studies, and you will learn more about the Hire Group and Biomedical, who we are, and our broader reach right across the world. A very strong base for your customers' trust from a truly global company. If you have any questions, please feel free to add them into the chat below and send us a message. If not, please email us at inquiry@hirebiomedical.com or contact your trusted sales manager here at Biomedical. As we have a lot to get through, I'm now going to hand over to the team to take us through most of today's training. Thank you, and now over to the team.
Dear friends, customers, and partners from all over the world, welcome. My name is Lily, Marketing Manager at Biomedical. It's a great honor for us to have all of you today to participate in our TTT for December. Today we will focus on our new launched product, Controlled Rate Freezer. Hope through today's webinar you can have a more clear understanding of the new launched product. And if you have any question, please feel free to leave your messages here, and our engineers or sales will reply as soon as they can. So the topic of today is recently launched Controlled Rate Freezer ensures better sample recovery activity. From today's presentation, you will have a clear product overview and know how to sell. We will have general understanding of this model by below 7 parts. Principle of cryopreservation, brief introduction, product appearance, product functions, product advantages, application scenarios, comparison. The first part is principle of cryopreservation, mainly introducing the important progress in China with the key milestones as follows. Cryopreservation of human sperms and the birth of the first baby through the cryopreserved human sperms in 1983, birth of 3 frozen sperm, frozen oocyte, and frozen embryo babies, reproductive engineering in 2004. Bio-inspired ice controlling materials for cryopreservation of saline sperms in 2017. Bio-inspired ice controlling materials for efficient cryopreservation of oocyte after the year 2020. As for the changes in the state of water inside organisms, on the different temperatures state, there are different states of water. For example, on the temperature between 0 to minus 60 degrees, the water will be in the state of hexagonal snow crystal. Under the temperature of minus 80 degrees, it will be square crystal. And under the temperature of minus 130, it will be vitrified state. Principle of programmed or program-controlled cooling. Liquid nitrogen and a heater are used to enable rapid cooling and heating through the high precision control of the temperature rising and cooling rate inside the freezer. The phase transition temperature of samples and protective solutions are controlled to change the state of the samples to be cryopreserved from liquid to solid instantaneously, thus minimizing the damages caused to cells and ensuring the quality of cells after thawing. Different storage temperatures for different samples. Between the temperature of 4 to minus 40 degrees, chemicals, enzyme preparations, and biological products. Minus 86 degrees, blood, urine, and tissue, as well as long-term storage of purified DNA and proteins. Between the temperature of minus 140 to minus 196 degrees, cells, tissues, RNA, blood, etc. Cryoprotectants are easy to combine with water molecules in the solution, thus lowering the freezing point and the formation of ice crystals, and reducing the osmolarity molar concentration of the electrolyte by changing the concentration of the electrolyte in the unfrozen solution, so that the cells are protected from solute damage. There are 2 kinds of cryoprotectants: permeable cryoprotectant and non-permeable cryoprotectant. For the permeable cryoprotectant, mainly small molecule with strong permeability, such as DMSO, glycerol, glycol, and propylene glycol. For the non-permeable cryoprotectant, mainly macromolecular substances with excellent water solubility, such as dextrin, polyethylene glycol, and human albumin. We have found through research that the cooling rate has a direct effect on the survival rate of cryopreserved cells after thawing. Different types of cells require different cooling rates when they are cryopreserved. For example, for the bone marrow cell, the best cooling rate is 1 degree per minute to ensure the optimal survival rate. For the yeast cell, it's about 10 degrees per minute. And for the hamster cell, it's 100 degrees. And for rat cell, it's about 1000 degrees per minute. From this slide, we can see from the first part, the basic process of cryoprotection and the mechanism of ice damage. Cells to addition of CPA, freezing and storage, and store in water baths at a temperature of 37 degrees. And the second part is formation pictures of extracellular ice and intracellular ice, from the ice formation to ice growth to the ice recrystallization. From this slide, we can see what's a controlled rate freezer. Thanks to the cryopreservation of bone marrow, hematopoietic stem cells, skin, cornea, endocrine glands, blood vessels, and valves, significant breakthroughs have been made in the transplantation medicine. However, during freezing and storage of the biological samples, especially cells, the phase transition from liquid to solid releases some heat that leads to the temperature of the samples rising up. Therefore, a freezing process with an uncontrolled cooling rate will lead to tissue and cell death. In the freezing process, a too high cooling rate will result in ice damage, causing irreversible damage to cells, and a too low cooling rate will lead to solution damage. Both of these damages will lead to cell death. The controlled rate freezer is just a special equipment to solve above the problems. Currently, the mainstream models are using liquid nitrogen for refrigeration. Controlled rate freezers are applicable for mainly below 3 areas. The first area is cell companies, including stem cells and immune cells. The second area is biological labs, cryopreservation of cells at universities, colleges, and R&D institutions. Third area is assisted reproduction, cryopreservation of the sperm and eggs collected in IVF, animal husbandry, etc. So why we need a controlled rate freezer? Because during the cooling, a too high or too low cooling rate will cause damage to cells and affect their activity after thawing. A too high cooling rate, the intracellular water crystallizes rapidly, causing ice crystal damage to the cells. A too low cooling rate, penetrating pressure is created between the inside and outside of the cell wall, leading to cell dehydration. Apply different cooling rates in different stages of cooling can effectively reduce cell damage and improve the recovery rate. And now we have 5 different cooling methods for living cells. The first cooling is, firstly, we can lower the temperature from 4 degrees to -20 and then to -80. As for vulnerable cells, the cell mortality rate is very high. And the second cooling method is direct cooling in liquid nitrogen container. It's only for cells with a very low water content. And the third is vitrification cooling technology, but it is of a high swallow rate after resuscitation, difficult in large-scale application, requires specially prepared vitrification solution, and is only for large volume cells. And the fourth cooling method is programmed cooling box, suitable for cell strain cooling and temperature-sensitive cells, small in capacity. And the fifth cooling method is controlled rate freezer, suitable for primary cells and cooling cells that are highly sensitive to temperature changes. From this slide, you can see the working principle and technology of the controlled rate freezer. The cooling rate, generally slow freezing before fast freezing, is adjusted by controlling the quantity of liquid nitrogen injected into the chamber. Dual refrigeration system design. Only one refrigeration system is started during slow freezing, while both refrigeration systems are enabled during fast cooling. Liquid nitrogen injection ring. It can gasify the liquid nitrogen to prevent liquid nitrogen droplets from splashing onto the samples and resulting in uncontrolled cooling. The advantages that the controlled rate freezer can bring to users. The first advantage is to improve survival rate. It can improve the survival rate of samples after resuscitation. And the second advantage is to lower experimental variables. It can achieve precise freezing process control, thus eliminating the variables of batch tests. The third advantage is about the cryopreservation process. As freezing programs are reproducible and thus can maintain a consistent freezing process. The fourth advantage is to prolong preservation time. It can achieve the programmed cryopreservation of samples and enable long-term preservation. And the last advantage is traceability. It can record and archive the cooling curves in real time to make temperature records traceable. That's all from me. And now I will hand over to my colleague Lady to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Lady, Product Manager from Overseas Department. It's a great honor for me to introduce the second part, Controlled Rate Freezer. The scope of application. Controlled Rate Freezer is a key equipment for cryogenic storage of biological samples. The cooling process of biological samples can be mediated when the normal temperature samples need to be transferred to the low temperature environment of liquid nitrogen. It's widely used in primary cells and cooling cells that are highly sensitive to temperature changes. Higher controlled rate freezer have 4 key selling points. 1. Precise temperature control. 2. Information traceability. 3. One-click freezing. 4. 7-inch touch screen. This is the 3 different appearance about the controlled rate freezer, front, back, and inside. Highest complete set of controlled rate freezer includes controlled rate freezer plus 100-liter self-pressurized liquid nitrogen tank and liquid nitrogen conveying vacuum tube and printer. The next part will introduce the function of the controlled rate freezer. Okay, let's see the front side. 7-inch touch screen, operation, and display area. From the information traceability, the frozen temperature curve and data can be transmitted to the computer for display, and PDS files can be generated synchronously for printing and archiving. USB interface easier to connect external models, such as printer and barcode reader. The adjustable feet is convenient to adjust the height of machine. The handle is easy to open and close the door. The use process is safer. Double-layer sealing structure, good sealing performance. The lock is ergonomic design, easy to operate. Supports 180-degree side door opening, convenient access of frozen samples. Suitable height, environmental friendly. Polyurethane foam material has good thermal insulation performance. Next, let's see back side. When the inner pressure is too large, the pressure relief hole releases the pressure by itself to achieve the equilibrium state of internal and external pressure. Plug-type power cord, safe and reliable. Power switch easy to operate, safe and reliable. Liquid nitrogen allowance interface, which can display liquid nitrogen allowance in real time. It has RS232 interface,
liquid nitrogen level monitoring, port and pipe thread connection, safe and stable. Next, I will introduce a global leading anti-disturbance process temperature control solution for you. There are three key selling points for this new launched product. The first selling point is superior temperature control. The second point is convenient user experience. And the third point is superior intelligence and real-time view of sample information. And from the next slides, you can see the key selling points in detail. From this slide, you can see precise temperature control, ADCR control algorithm, more accurate temperature control. Temperature fluctuation range is plus minus 0.5 degree. Double solenoid valve design and special jet vane design to realize the cooling rate of 0.1 to 99 degree per minute. The heating rate is 0.1 to 12 degree per minute by heater design. From this slide, you can see excellent user experience, 10-inch LCD touch screen to make interaction available at your fingertips, and multiple appointment programs are settable. Freezing programs are reproducible and users can maintain a consistent freezing process. User permission management to ensure safe cooperations and facilitate users to manage personal information. Various reservation program settings, one-click freezing of samples. 6 common preset programs are easy for users to use. Solid handle ensures optimal operations. From this slide, you can see the third selling point, superior intelligence and real-time view of sample information. Equipped with a real-time temperature curve printer and electronically archived temperature records, multiple appointment programs are settable, freezing programs are reproducible, and users can maintain a consistent freezing process. From this slide, you can see the 6 common used sterile preservation programs. Preset program 1, usually used for 2 mm sample cryogenic wells. This program cools samples at a rate of 1 degree per minute to minus 40 degree after samples are crystallized, and to minus 90 degree at a rate of 10 degree per minute. Then the program ends. Preset program 2, usually used for sample of very small size, 96 well plates. This program cools samples at a rate of 1 degree per minute to minus 40 degree after samples are crystallized, and to minus 90 degree at a rate of 10 degree per minute. Then the program ends. Preset program 3, usually used for samples of a straw size. This program cools samples slowly to minus 7 degree and maintains the temperature to allow the cells to crystallize. Then it cools samples at a rate of 0.3 degree per minute to minus 35 degree and to minus 37 degree at a rate of 0.1 degree per minute. Then the program ends. For the preset program 4, usually used for blood stem cells with a sample volume of no more than 100 mm, this program cools samples at a rate of 1 degree per minute to minus 45 degree after samples are crystallized, and to minus 90 degree at a rate of 10 degree per minute. Then the program ends. For the preset program 5, usually used for skin tissue samples, this program cools samples at a rate of 1 degree per minute to minus 35 degree after samples are crystallized, and to minus 90 degree at a rate of 10 degree per minute. Then the program ends. And for the preset program 6, usually used for blood stem cells with a sample volume of more than 100 mm. This program cools samples at a rate of 0.5 degree per minute to minus -20 after samples are crystallized and to -80 at a rate of 1 degree per minute. Then the program ends. From this slide, you can see an applicable scenario of the controlled rate freezer, which is used during the transplantation of hematopoietic stem cells. From this slide, you can see some real test situation for you, and you will find that the cell viability after resuscitation is very high after usage of controlled rate freezer, which prove that we can really ensure a very high sample recovery activity with our new launch product. From this slide, you can see the product comparison with competitors. We can see some main technical specifications, the temperature control range, cooling rate, heating rate, construction, door lock, built-in fan design, liquid nitrogen, control mode, display screen. We can see we have 2 solenoid valves, and we have manual door lock with case. And the liquid nitrogen injection and fan rotation will stop automatically in case of outer door opening. And we have 7-inch color screen, which is bigger than CBS. And from this slide, you can see the comparison in the specifications of preset programs, temperature control, program setting, printing, display, and storage settings. For our product, we have 6 freezing programs, and we have dual temperature control probes to detect the temperature and sample temperature respectively, and they can be displayed in real time. And we have a built-in thermal printer or an external inkjet printer is also optional. From this slide, we can see more information about our product from the probes, dimensions, temperature recording devices. So that's all the information for today's new launch product, control rate freezer. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
Thank you to the Higher Biomedical team and to our trusted partners for your support today. Again, any questions from today's webinar, please email to inquiry@higherbiomedical.com or visit our website at www.highermedical.com, or of course contact your Higher Biomedical sales manager directly. I want to now give you a brief overview of the Higher Group, as it is important to give you some background about the group, Higher Biomedical, and the greater Higher family. Higher Biomedical is part of the greater Higher Group. The Higher Group is the global #1 manufacturer of household appliances as per the Euromonitor for the past 13 consecutive years. The household appliance division produces and sells around 20 million refrigerators and freezer units per annum. Globally, we are #1 in this sector. Our strength definitely is in a refrigeration history. Higher, through its globalization efforts, now has a coverage on each continent. With GE Appliances from America, Acra from Asia, Hoover Candy from the EU, and Fisher & Paykel for Oceania, as well as major expansions at home here in China with Leader and Kasati. With this expansion, the group's turnover is in excess of $40 billion USD, with 10+ and open R&D centers, 28 industrial parks, 122 manufacturing centers, and 108 marketing centers, and a global sales network across more than 160 countries and regions. Okay, who's Higher Biomedical, and what's our competitive advantage? Global top 3 medical cold storage solution provider. We supply the full temperature coverage and full portfolio coverage from conventional refrigerator and freezer, ice line and STD vaccine refrigerator, walk-in cold room, and automated storage systems, to name a few, that have UL, CE, Energy Star, PQS, and NSF Global certifications. As the industry leader and IoT pioneer in our industry sector, Higher Biomedical provides solutions for biological sample, medicine, blood, and vaccination management, including U-Biobank, U-Reagent, U-Blood, U-Vaccination, and U-Lab. However, our key component to our success is that we are an environmentally friendly advocator. We take our corporate social responsibility seriously when it comes to being a truly green organisation. With our strong corporate social responsibility roots, we introduced the HC refrigerant ULT freezer in early 2014, the first company to offer a full range of energy-saving ULT freezers in the industry with Energy Star certification. And most recently, the development and manufacturing of our Stirling ultra-cold new generation of energy-saving, environmentally friendly, ultra-low temperature freezers, which operate over a range of -86 to -20. In early 2020, Higher Biomedical opened our new IoT manufacturing plant in Qingdao's high-tech zone. 50,000 square meters over 2 floors on our 75,000 square meter facility, with a capacity in excess of 200,000 units a year. Exciting news is that in mid-2021, we commenced our expansion and construction of our new manufacturing facility just next door, adding another 95,000 square meters to our current 75,000 square meters. A total manufacturing site at 170,000 square meters. We will bring you more about our expansion in the coming months. And finally, we have 1,900 plus employees with a growing workforce globally as part of our globalization through localization. And to date, you can find us in over 160 plus countries. We have 500 plus intellectual property patents, 300 plus certified medical devices reaching over 1 billion end users, as I mentioned earlier. Now that is a very quick snapshot of the size and reach of the greater Higher Group and Higher Biomedical. And to find out more, please ensure you follow us on social media platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook. We have many updates weekly about the latest and the world's leading IoT solutions. Or of course visit www.highermedical.com and see all our products, team member contacts, and even do a virtual tour of our exhibition center here in Qingdao, as we showed you earlier. In wrapping up, a big thank you again to the entire Higher Biomedical team, our partners overseas, the marketing department, and of course to you all. A big thank you for spending your precious time with us and taking time out of your day to hear from our team. We appreciate this very much. Our thank you and appreciation is not just for today, but for your ongoing commitment to working with Higher Biomedical across many markets around the world. To find out more, please contact us through, as I mentioned earlier, social media, email, or through today's link. It is also important to remind us that Higher Biomedical's goal is to deliver what the market needs through innovation and technology, to support users' needs and demands with our zero defect, quality assurance manufacturing system and after-sales quality service. And during these indifferent times, we have been in cooperation with United Nations organizations, built a global vaccine ecosystem to support healthcare networks with complete cold chain processes, from production, transportations, customs clearance, distribution, installation, and maintenance to inoculation, to ensure the safety, security, and reliability of the vaccine to the last mile. And finally, from the entire team, we look forward to working together with you and your teams to continue together to solve the needs of all through effective, innovative, and technologically advanced biomedical solutions to ensure healthcare equality for all. Again, if you have any questions, please email us at inquiry@higherbiomedical.com or visit our website for more information about Higher Biomedical's products and solutions. That's it from us, and we wish you a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you and stay safe. Goodbye for now.